What's going on, guys? T to the M to the IDD, and you guessed it. Today we have story time, and it's special because it's featuring my Nikon D800. Now, if you've seen my channel, you know that I've been using this for probably the last year or two. And ironically, let's see, I've been waiting for this to kind of happen. So let's see if we can actually get this. Hopefully it focuses right here. I hope you can see that. It says error. And that's what I want to talk about today. So I have been contemplating on getting another camera body, and I want you all to put some suggestions in the comments below as to some other upgrades from the D800 that might be good. I needed a second camera, and I was thinking about making this my second shooter, and I wanted to get something that I could use as my main camera. And the reason why is because lately I've been having this issue, and maybe you all can let me know if you have came across this issue, where I'm shooting and I'm shooting, and all of a sudden I get that error message that I tried to show you all. And I try to turn the camera on, turn it back off. It does not work. The only way to reset the camera is every time I have to take out the battery. Now I have a battery grip that I added on there. So I have to take it out, put it back in, and then like on this, the error is gone now. And that gets so annoying when I'm trying to do a photo shoot, because literally I'll be trying to focus on someone, I'll be shooting, and then all of a sudden I cannot actually press down on the shutter button to take the photo. So I'm looking, and what I have to do, take the battery pack out, put it back in, reset. Now, what I thought the problem was that the buffering in the camera, since you know these photos, when you shoot raw, I shoot raw and basic JPEG, so you're talking about a nice combination, maybe somewhere between 40 megabytes to 50 megabytes when you add it all together. That, you know, those combinations of photos trying to write to the memory card was filling up the buffer and kind of slowing it down. That's what I thought. But when I originally got this camera, same memory card and everything, never had that problem. So I was like, okay, you know, it's getting older. It could be that. Switch memory cards, not the problem. So I went on to actually look and see, and I did some research. And when I did the research, it came back, ironically enough, that, and I'll drop this right here, and you could take a look for it yourself, just in case you are experiencing this. And it said something about turning off like the histograms and things like that. Now, I have not personally done it myself, because I've kind of learned how to maneuver around this issue that I have found, which is I kind of don't shoot as quickly or take as many images in one setting. And the reason why I started not to shoot as quick was because I noticed that when the camera did have an error on it, and I went to reset it, the only way I actually tried to wait one time to see if it was just buffering. It never stopped. It went back to its normal state. So I had to reset it. And when I went to my photos on the computer, I actually noticed that there was a gap in the photos that I've taken. So it kind of skipped some. And I was like, what is going on here? And in another case, I've noticed where it wasn't evident right off the bat that it skipped some, because in my camera, I actually shot it and it showed like I shot it. But when I went to the memory card, those photos weren't in there. So it kind of puzzled me. I was like, I know I took way more photos than this, but they were not there. So what I have done, and I need to try this other tactic, but what I have done is, instead of taking multiple shots at once, maybe like 10 shots, boom, 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 I'll kind of recompose and take a shot, make sure it writes, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, and kind of make sure that I'm seeing it right onto the camera. So I want to know, have you all experienced this? Now I've kind of gotten it figured out to know how to make it work for me, so that, you know, this camera is still usable, but in a scenario where maybe I was using this for a wedding, that could be kind of scary, because if I'm shooting a wedding and I'm taking shots down the aisle of, you know, that main kissing moment, and you think that your camera's going to shoot and you miss it, it's like, you know, it's like one of the key shots that, you know, a bride and a groom would actually want. So what I want to know, have you experienced this? But more importantly for me is, I know that this camera is old. I'm pretty sure, I'll put the time somewhere right here, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty old, so I can expect it to start breaking down. And so I want to know your suggestions on potential camera bodies that will be a nice upgrade to keep going. And that's kind of my long-term review for this camera, because other than that problem that I've had, everything else phenomenal. This camera has provided me with so many great shots that it is ridiculous. I mean, if you look back to, almost like a year and a half ago, every video that I have done a photo shoot with on my channel is from this camera. And you could just see the portraits progress in quality and everything, and it's this camera right here. So overall, if you are looking to get a D800, I would still say in 2020 it is still worth it. And I know I bought this for $800 probably 2 years, 2.5 maybe years ago. So now I know you probably can get it a little cheaper, if not around probably that same price, because it's still a great camera, still professional, and the quality that you get is still going to be top notch. So if you're watching this and looking for, should I get a D800, I would still personally say that yes, I would get it. I can definitely say that I've gotten my money worth out of it. So that's maybe something I need to check the actuator to see how many times the shutter has been opened and closed, and that is a good thing to check, because it can kind of tell you the lifespan that this camera has left. So I'll start using it a little less and maneuver to another camera body. But overall, I'm happy with it. Let me know if you have this camera, you happy with it. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification link, because we still got a lot of videos to come. T to the M to the IDD, we out.